Ever pondered how some of the world's richest magnates ended up bankrupt, penniless, and in some cases behind bars? The narrative has always been about journeys from rags to riches, but today we're flipping the script. We're embarking on a riveting exploration of the unpredictable nature of fortunes, through the lives of those who've experienced this dramatic plunge from the pinnacle of wealth to the pit of despair. We'll be diving into a countdown format, uncovering the top 10 shocking stories of individuals who went from billionaires to bankruptcy and occasionally to prison. Are you ready for this tumultuous journey, this roller coaster ride of fallen fortunes? Kicking off our countdown at number 10, meet Joseph Ismay, the man behind the Titanic. As detailed in a New York Times article by historian Daniel Allen Butler, in the early 20th century, Ismay was a shipping titan, commanding a vast fortune as the head of White Star Line. His crowning achievement was the Titanic, a ship thought to be unsinkable. But the world knows how this story ends. The Titanic did sink on its maiden voyage, and with it went Ismay's reputation. Accused of fleeing the sinking ship, leaving many passengers behind, Ismay's name became synonymous with cowardice. The financial implications were dire too. The loss of the Titanic, coupled with the ensuing lawsuits, crippled the White Star Line. As reported by the Times, wealth evaporated and his reputation was forever tarnished. He lived his remaining years in relative obscurity, a far cry from his of wealth and influence. A chilling reminder as brought to light by the Times that even the wealthiest can sink. At number 9, we have Elizabeth Holmes, the former billionaire tech titan. Holmes rocketed to fame as the founder and CEO of Theranos, a health technology company. Her revolutionary idea, a device that could run a myriad of tests using just a few drops of blood. Holmes's charisma and audacious claims quickly catapulted her to the forefront of Silicon Valley, gaining her a net worth of $4.5 billion at her peak. However, Holmes's empire began to crumble as a Wall Street Journal investigation in 2015 detailed an article titled, "Hot Startup Theranos Has Struggled with Its Blood Test Technology," exposed the company's inability to deliver on its lofty promises. The device's technology was fundamentally flawed and inaccurate. By 2018, as reported by New York Times in their article, Elizabeth Holmes, founder of Theranos, is barred from running lab for 2 years. Holmes was charged with multiple counts of fraud. Her net worth plummeted to virtually nothing, and her status as a tech titan was irrevocably tarnished. A story that proves even the most ingenious ideas need substance behind them. Number 8 on our list is the king of commodities, Yasuo Hamanaka. With a portfolio as shiny as the copper he traded, Hamanaka was a force to be reckoned with in the world of commodities. His knack for trading copper was so profound it seemed as though he held a Midas touch that turned everything to copper instead of gold. However, beneath this copper crown, Hamanaka was a high roller playing a dangerous game. His risky moves, fueled by his ambition, started to shake his empire. What seemed like a calculated risk was a ticking time bomb that led to his downfall. In a shocking turn of events, his risky business led to an extensive investigation, revealing a web of unauthorized trades. As highlighted in a Wall Street Journal article, the once king of commodities was sentenced to imprisonment. His wealth evaporated, leaving behind a legacy of a spectacular financial ruin. A stark warning that risky business can lead to ruin. Coming in at number 7 is media mogul Robert Maxwell. Known for his charisma and relentless drive, Maxwell built a global media empire that encompassed newspapers, television stations, and book publishing. He was a titan of the industry, a man who seemed to have the Midas touch, but beneath the gilded surface, a storm brewing. Maxwell's empire was built on a shaky foundation, one that crumbled when it was revealed he had been misusing pension funds to keep his businesses afloat. A revealing article in The Guardian shed light on this scandal, a stark expose that sent shockwaves across the globe. Maxwell's empire quickly began to unravel. When Maxwell died, his death left a financial disaster in its wake. Debts piled up, and the once mighty media mogul's name was tarnished forever. His fall from grace was a stark reminder of the perils of unchecked ambition and the importance of financial integrity. A tale that was eloquently captured in The Guardian's article. Truly, his story underscores the importance of integrity in business. At number 6, we have the fall of Lai Xiaomin. Xiaomin, once the chairman of China Huarong, one of China's largest state-owned asset management companies, amassed a wealth many could only dream of. However, his reign came to a sudden halt when he was charged with corruption. As reported by BBC News in their article, China Huarong, The Rise and Fall of Lai Xiaomin, he was accused of accepting bribes, embezzlement, and bigamy. His downfall was as swift as it was shocking. A story that shows how greed can curdle even the sweetest success. Now we're delving into the top 5 accounts of colossal financial collapses. Our journey begins with Alan Stanford. Stanford, once an esteemed financier and a name equated with success, witnessed a dramatic downfall. His empire stretched from the Caribbean to North America, and his wealth was estimated to be in the billions. However, as per a CNN report, his empire was erected on shaky foundations. Stanford was implicated in a massive Ponzi scheme, defrauding investors of billions. When his fraudulent empire finally crumbled, Stanford was left penniless. From being a billionaire to handcuffed prisoner, Stanford's fall was abrupt and brutal. Proceeding forward, we encounter Vijay Mallya, the self-proclaimed king of good times from India. Mallya's vivacious lifestyle and business empire were the subject of many tales. He owned everything, from a Formula One team to a cricket team. However, according to a report in The Guardian, his fall from grace occurred when he failed to repay enormous debts incurred his airline business. His assets were seized and he was declared a fugitive. Mallya's downfall illustrates the dangers of overconfidence and overwhelming debt. Subsequently, we have Ike Batista, at one point the wealthiest man in Brazil. The New York Times chronicled Batista's saga as one of arrogance and ill-conceived wagers. Having amassed a fortune from mining and oil industries, Batista was on top of the world. However, his oil corporation OGX's failure to fulfill its commitments led to the breakdown of his empire. Batista's journey from a billionaire to declaring bankruptcy marked a shocking twist of fate. Bernie Madoff, whose name is now linked to one of history's largest financial frauds, was a respected financier. Madoff manipulated a Ponzi scheme of monumental scale, bilking investors out of tens of billions. His downfall came when he could no longer sustain the scheme. Madoff's fall is a tale of greed and dishonesty. Lastly, we come to Sean Quinn, once the wealthiest man in Ireland. Quinn's narrative, a textbook story of boom and bust. His conglomerate, constructed on a diverse portfolio from insurance to real estate, was flourishing. But everything took a turn when Quinn placed a disastrous wager on Anglo-Irish Bank right before the financial crisis of 2008, as per a BBC report. His gamble led to his downfall, and Quinn went from being billionaire to bankruptcy. These 5 narratives are stark reminders that fortunes can turn on a dime. What can we take away from these tales of riches to rags? These stories illustrate the importance of integrity, the perils of unchecked greed, and the unpredictable nature of wealth. They remind us that fortunes can change in the blink of an eye, and that the pursuit of money, devoid of ethics, often leads to downfall. But most importantly, they teach us that the real wealth lies not in material possessions, but in wisdom, integrity, and resilience. Remember, fortunes are fickle, and the greatest wealth lies in wisdom, integrity, and resilience. Thank you for joining us on this roller coaster ride from billions to pennies, top 10 richest to rag stories. We hope you found these tales as captivating and insightful as we did. If you've enjoyed this journey through wealth and loss, please show your support by hitting the like button, sharing this video with your friends, and subscribing to our channel. In our next video, we'll be turning the tables and exploring the world of the wealthiest who've managed to maintain their fortunes amidst the turbulent tides of the economy. It's a tale of strategic moves, smart choices, and sometimes just sheer luck. So make sure you stay tuned and don't miss out. Until then, remember, true wealth is about more than just money. It's about wisdom, integrity, resilience, and the courage to keep going even when the going gets tough. See you in the next video.